Hello guys, I'm going to be showing you what to look for on 1909 VDB proofs. One of the biggest things to look for on 1909 VDB proofs is the flat rim. And I have two examples right here, one that would be a proof 64 and one that would be a proof 67. And for this example, the proof 64, you want to look for that has very flat rims just like this one has. And it's going to be very pronounced around the whole coin. As you can see, this is flat and very consistent around the entire coin. And along with that, you want to look for this sandblasting texture like this has. Typical business strikes will be more flat looking. They won't have any of these inconsistencies and more sandy and rough like texture to it. And along with that, business strikes will be a lot more rounded and will come up in a round instead of how this one's just flat. Business strikes will round over, this one's flat. All the proofs will be flat. And another big thing will be the die scratch right along the C in the inside of it, right here, just above my finger, which goes right through and up through here. And I can show a better example of that right here with my proof 67, which if we adjust this right here, you can start to see that die scratch a little bit more, where it's along right here and comes down right to about right here. And you can see along with this one's a little bit harder to tell because the color of it, but more sandblasting and toning. And a big thing is a lot of them had toning from the sulfur in the envelopes, and they were given out to dignitaries and people that worked for the mint. This one, another one with very flat rims, really good looking in general. Super flat rims all around the coin. Really good texture all around. And then you also want to look for, there's a die scratch right here, which if you can see it, this little spot where it's indented right there. And all the proofs will have it. Some of them are hard to tell because they're a later die stage and die deterioration. This coin would have been the first 300 to 500 that were made out of the 1,194 that were made. And that's one of the big things to look for. Along with this one, you'll start to see the same thing right on it too. That same thing right up here, that die scratch. And another big thing, most notably of another die scratch, there are several, but where you have it in the O and the F, in between where it drops down, you also have right here this line that goes all the way up to here in between the F and the A. You have a little bit, not all of them have it, in between the A and the M, where it goes straight up through here, like curves through here. And not many of them have it, but where it goes up through the M and E. Not all of them have it because of die deterioration, but some of them do have it, and that is a big thing to look out for. And then you also have the die scratch right along through, yep, you can see it, right through here in the dot, the second dot to the B. Right here, this die scratch line that goes up and through here inside of the B, right through here, just stops about halfway through the top. And you can see it right at the end of the dot right through here, and a little bit of like die deterioration that goes through here to here. So it'll be two die scratches in the one area you'll want to look for. And then one of the big things to look out for in a proof is right in Liberty, you want to look for the die scratch that is just below left of the T in Liberty. and some of them do look a little bit different. It is hard to tell because I don't have the best lighting and picture. I probably can't get it right now. Oh, there it is. If I can get it at balance. But it's a little bit hard to tell, but you can see a die scratch that goes right through here. I can't get the best lighting on it, but I will get pictures, and I will have them down in the next video. I'll make a short on that as well. But a lot of big things on the proof is look for those die scratches, and you'll want to look for the toning from when they were given out in sulfur in the envelopes. Like this one, you can see a lot of bluish toning and this toning all around the coin. This one I have priced at $50,000, and a proof 67 like this with this kind of toning, this nice quality of shape, I have priced at $200,000. But that's the biggest thing to look for on the proofs. And then some of them have it and some of them don't. But right in the U, there'll be a die scratch that goes up and through here. Right as well. And you'll see a slight die deterioration that goes from here just about right here. And it goes up to here. Some of them you can't see the die scratches as well, and some of them you can see them better. Not all of them will have it. There's another die scratch right there, but not all of them will have the same kind of die scratches to look for. So yeah, mine has majority of the die scratches, but mine doesn't have all of them to look for. It doesn't have every single die scratch on the coin. Some of them will be later die stages like this, and the die scratches will be a little bit harder to tell. The earlier die stages will be more pronounced with them. The later die stages will be almost gone for the die scratches. And that's just the big thing most notably to keep a lookout for, are those die scratches typically. If you have most of those and have them at least, you would have a proof. And the biggest thing is, if you can't tell with the die scratches, look for flat rims. Again, look for flat rims like this in this rough sandblasting texture, and look for toning. And then next you want to look for die scratches. If it's too rounded over and it just goes around just too much this way, you'll have a business strike. But if it's more flat like this, more flat, and it doesn't round over, it just goes straight down, you'll have a proof most likely. Unless it's a really well struck business strike, but then you'll want to look for the die scratches just to be safe on that. But yeah, this is what to look for, guys, on die scratches on 09 VDB proofs. And I will have more pictures down below. I'm going to be making another video for any questions that are needed or anything I didn't answer. If you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I will make another video about this and what to show on die scratches. This is what to look for on die pair 2s, if you guys are wondering. In die pair 1s, the die scratches are a little bit different, but on die pair 2s, this is what to look for. The die scratches will be a little bit different. In Liberty, instead of the bottom left of the T, it'll be on the bottom right of the T on some of them. But a lot of the die scratches are very close, but in die pair 2s, they're just a little bit different since it's a later die stage. It'll be a middle die stage to a late die stage, roughly. But yeah, guys, this is what to look for in 1909 VDB proofs, and if you guys have any more questions, I would answer them down below and make another video. Thank you, guys.